favorite platform.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Dude, not going to be no help going on from this place, period. I told you. I made it clear. Josh.
Dude, you're an established professional broadcaster.
Yeah, with 20-plus years of experience. Wait a minute. Did he say because they going to start calling you a lie? Wait a minute. Did you say that? That's on the tape. That's on the tape. Get a copy of their show, Josh. Immediately. Get a copy of that. Denny Schaefer said that.
Yeah. I'm a professional broadcaster.
I never have objections to most things you're saying. Have you ever noticed how I don't really go back and forth with you in objection mode and all that rigidity? We don't do it.
Weekdays 4 to 6, Black and White Sports, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus media station. Ohio State football. Training camp report.
This report is brought to you statewide by Safe Line Auto Glass and Bob's Discount Furniture. Ohio State's defensive coordinator, Matt Patricia, entering his second year working with the Buckeyes. And while generally you see the defensive secondary using 3 cornerbacks, he talks about the possibility of 3 safeties.
One of the things that happens for us defensively is you always have to also look at see what offensive personnel is on the field. So in some of those different groups, it could be personnel based on what we're seeing that, just has that different mix of players on the field. And I think being in between, if you do have to have 3 safeties on the field, against like a bigger personnel group, can you hold up or can you not? If you don't, then you go to bigger, obviously, personnel up front. And some of that, I think, in the back end is honestly figuring out, because there are new players on the field, what exactly are they? Are they safeties, nickels, corners? I think we're still evaluating that through the spring and trying to figure out what are the best positions for those guys. Maybe it's just DBs. I don't know.
We'll have more after this.
Bob's Discount Furniture has the furniture you've waited 250 years for. We've got power reclining sofas as low as $7.99, 5-piece dining sets as low as $3.99, Bobo-pedic mattresses for as low as $2.99, and of course feature-packed bestsellers like my Playday sectional with pop-up sleeper sofa. So stop in or shop mybobs.com to see where America shops for furniture. Oh my Bob! Bob's Discount Furniture, proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hi, this is Paul Keels. This Buckeye season, don't let a broken windshield ruin your game plan. Safe Light Auto Glass makes it easy to get your windshield fixed with their mobile glass shops all over Central Ohio. They can come to you anywhere, giving Buckeye fans more time for game time. OH? Man, I love that. Schedule at safelight.com. Safe Light Auto Glass is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
We previously heard Ohio State defensive coordinator Matt Patricia talk about the use of whether it's 3 cornerbacks or 3 safeties in their defensive secondary. He also speaks on how certain situations could dictate the use of 3 linebackers.
I do think we have a lot of flexibility, which is nice in both groups, which is great. Hopefully we can use both in those situations. It's interesting, the game of football kind of cycles through, and what was old is new and kind of vice versa. So I see a lot more of those bigger groupings coming back. So obviously the bigger the offense gets, then we have to be able to hold up to that. And so maybe the 3rd linebacker on the field is important in that situation. And then being able to have the multiple flexibilities of DBs is good, because I think that puts a lot of stress on the offense. So I do think we, have to try to figure out a way to do that as much as possible.
That's Ohio State defensive coordinator Matt Patricia. The season opener for the Buckeyes is Saturday, September 5th against Ball State. We'll have another report next week. This is Paul Keels on the Ohio State Sports Network from Learfield.
Upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint Smart Home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6497.
Everybody wants cheap. Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
If you've been for you. If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, You need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435.
Help us because we're missing the fourth team to take on the 89 Mac men in the nightcap. And here's the setup. 6 o'clock window, 83 Knights. Okay? Scott Bittinger and the crew. Killed you with that. You didn't know. You weren't ready. You didn't want that like that. Yeah, absolutely. And the 90 Scoot Williams. This one we got going on at 6. So there's no dilly-dally. And we said with the parking,
Well, thought about a few teams, but I think the greatest matchup for that Macumber 1989 team will be a Final Four team from the 80s. The 1984 Scott Bulldogs with Chris Polinitz, Willie Shelton, and Melvin Newbern.
That's it.
Black and White Sports, weekdays from 4 to 6 on 100.7 The Ticket.
Black and White Sports is now.
Trust and believe. It's something totally different. And stop with the Eminem, because Eminem's not one of the best either. And y'all can stop that.
Dre says he's the best on the mic. That's
Dr. Dre is a Fed, and so is Snoop. We covered this. Everybody fool with Dre and Snoop is dead or was locked up. I don't care what Dr. Dre said.
I'm just reporting.
Dr. Dre was wearing women's shoes before it was fashionable to do it as a guy.
Toledo's sports leader, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Okay, the mic is on. I walk in. I had to run to the printer and grab this spin. Klay Thompson has left down to the 305. Catch your breath. Huh? Yep. I called Jeff, talked to him second hour. He's the ref. What's going on, Josh Burnham? Hold on, Josh. We can't really break out just yet and jump in from behind the curtain just yet. It's good afternoon. It's First Football Friday, Josh. We can still express the excitement.
I am too.
Well, I get the lights. You got to get the lights and camera. Can't really take off like that. You got me. I was at the. But yeah, so that's jumping off. That was new, right? You say that's new news. Then I have Joe Burrow today. He's talking. How about that, Josh? You heard the soundbite. How do you feel about that?
All I have to say is hold up or shut up.
Really? You don't feel like you don't believe Joe Beasley?
Well,
you're not feeling excited? That doesn't hype you?
I just want him to stay healthy and actually survive the season and actually do something. I mean, I'm at the point where I'm like, let's talk, more action.
More mission. And there it is. Bing. Welcomed into it. Black and White Sports on a Friday, all right? Fastest buck 20 in sports. You want to call it, text it, do it. Josh gives you permission. 877-909-1007 is how you do it. Make that happen. But it's the first Friday. It's week 1. Johnson's High School football. We're going off tonight. It's a beautiful night. Look at the weather. Crispy.
I like it.
Man, today you can look fly. They gonna have their flags on. Spats. They still spat? Do kids still spat on the field? I should ask them. They still, that's what you had to tape, Josh, outside your cleat and stuff. You don't know. You didn't do that.
Well, I do know about Stickum.
Get yourself. It's been a long time. You need to stick yourself.
Well, I don't know if Lester Hayes would agree with that.
That was, oh my gosh, that was shake-a-lake-a-lee. What's going on, people? Okay, welcome into it. It's called Black and White Sports. Once again, I am Andre, by the way, of the Savages. Josh, how did you pop yourself on? I notice how you like to slip yourself on the camera, sometimes unabated, like uninstructed. That wasn't a rundown for the shot sheet.
You just be popping off. But yeah, listen. But Joe Burrow, I can't believe you're not hype about what you heard. I can't believe this. I'll be damned. Josh, you act. You're not. Your fandom. You concern me, man.
Well, I'm just being your typical Bengals. I'm just your typical Bengals fan. I mean, like I said, we were pleasantly happy from 2021 and 2022, but it's been like what 23. We haven't. It's been
get
3
it.
straight years
Okay.
missing the playoffs.
And what happened? Can you run through Joe Burrow's health through the last several years? Could you please align those comments with his health chart? Call ProMedica and get his my chart and look at it.
Well, I do remember that he had the Achilles in his rookie year. I mean, that's forgiven. I mean, it's a wash. 2002 was healthy.
I'm talking about since the Super Bowl. No, forget a rookie. No, Super Bowl.
He had that toe injury that kept him out for a while. And, of course, he had his bell rung many times by that pylons he calls an offensive line.
Every other play.
And part of his own fault because he has a tendency to hold on to the football too long before he gets rid of it.
What is he saying? Okay, but we got Joe Burrow. He said some stuff. And it should hype you. If you're a Bengal person, you should be hyped. All right.
I want to be hyped, but
he should be.
I'm still wait and see.
Yeah, he's tripping. I like the Bengals. I just can't like the Bengals. You guys know, my story. You know how it goes. But I like it. You know who else I like though? And I'm starting to really get likeness on basketball though.
Oh, we're going to basketball now?
Well, just a quick mention. It's what's in it today. It's a Friday. Okay. We're excited. But part of the overall stuff, there's a WNBA mention. And have you noticed Angel Reese getting busy?
You mean she's doing more than just getting rebounds?
Yeah. And we are not going to act like we don't want to see that. Yeah, she is.
I guess you can say she's on the rebound.
No doubt. Just like Mendoza is going to rebound very well, and he's going to be good. It's clear. I don't care about that last night. I don't care. If somebody asks something, we got something to say, wouldn't say it. Call him and say it. Talk your ish, whatever. He's going to be slick like the Indiana guy.
Well, he just had his welcome to the NFL kid moment, so everyone's going to have that.
Good.
Even Joe Burrow had
I'm good with it. I'm good with it. I'm good with the Niners' effort. I appreciate how they keep on ticking. And I hate saying that about a Niner, anything, wanting to congratulate. I don't like saying the words. And I don't like saying the words, your man, Jan Sinner, has withdrawn from the U.S. Open, Josh.
Well, that's a big kick in the never regions.
Well, we don't get to talk to Andy today. That's crappy. Because he would say, but he did throw that in there. So we got that going on. So you have that. That's some of your mentions. And also, did I say this? Last night, 7-2, the bets. Do you remember? You don't remember. Act like you know.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know. You amnesia-ist.
Well, I know you had some WNBA plays and a few of the NFL threes.
MLB and NFL. That's where the crap was. 7-2. 7-2 last night, buddy.
Yeah, 7 out of 2, not none.
7 out of 9 is what that is.
Is rather fine.
I'd say if you rolled with me, you should have got something. We got a little check. You should have gotten something last night because it was set up in a way that you had an opportunity to bail before it went pooterific with the NFL. And that is exactly what happened. And do we care? That's cool. We're good on that. Are we supposed to be winning that? Stop it. Hell no. But we were right there though.
Yeah.
Except that that Charger thing was a little nasty, funkily.
This is just me talking. I'm a little bit old school, but it's kind of strange. One is wagering on preseason games. I just wait until
it's 1-800-GAMBLER. It's what it is. That's what I should be doing. That's all. Guess what else we'll be doing though?
What's that?
First week of it, Schmidbauer's here. He's ready to break out. We're going to look at it. We're going to preview it. Yep, we're going to look at it. Week 1, it's a Friday night affair. We got Chris. Can we go? We really should take off.
Yeah,
we should
we
go
do.
with
Let's
Chris.
do
We
that.
should take off. I don't want to break. I don't want to do nothing. I want to go. Let's jump into the fray. Can we fray?
Yeah.
Let's go into the fray.
We can fray, Lay.
Okay. Oh, again. Nasty. Get your no. Don't try not to put it. Put it. Thank you. You deserved a triple. You should have got a triple for that.
Well, can you come up with something that rhymes with
pay?
Okay.
See, look, we didn't rehearse it, Josh. Crazy to think the last shows. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, bring him in. Okay, all calls guests brought to you by Wake Up Call Live. So let's wake up to it. High school football underway today. Chris Schmidbauer, way to hide in the cut. I saw how we did it. We didn't practice it either, and we tucked you away, and then bam, we broke you out. Did you ever see the movie Breaking? Not Boogaloo. You didn't see it? Okay. Well, let me just tell you, it was a surprise play. They were dance battling. That's number one. Break dance era, people would get their frustration out. Instead of shoot and kill, they would dance. We would dance. We get mad and just dance. And then you could only dance so close to somebody's face, because if you touch somebody for real, then we going, you do the real hookup, right? So nonetheless, they brought out a surprise hookup on our stars of the movie early in the film, kind of like how Rocky gets knocked out, the first fight. But later it's going to be a triumph and a recoil. So it's like we bring you out right here, bam, and explode you on the opposition right here, and there it is. And it's time to take off. But how's it going, brother? You ready to rock and roll, man? And congratulations, too. I know you had it's a rebrand going on. Catch everybody. Catch Chris, people. Gridiron 419. You can get that. That's the podcast, so plug into that. But he'll tell you that, too, before he goes, Chris. But welcome in, sir.
Thank you. I thought you were talking about you got served for a second there.
Oh, no. Okay. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
I didn't either, but clearly just based off of my complexion, I didn't.
Yeah,
but that was that was definitely where I thought you were going.
Yeah. No. Listen, no. I jumped out. I did leave my dance films alone, for a while, but it's a couple of things you get caught up in. You got the daughter, you get, stuff. Your stuff doesn't really get past you. You know what I mean? Just like a lot of items, and it's like, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I kind of left it after that. Josh giving us the Beat Street work right here. Now, this is another thing. That's the Harry Belafonte contribution. And many people don't know that. They don't understand that Harry Belafonte was, that's a supportive effort to make a film about the breakdance, really hip-hop culture. Okay. It's a hip-hop culture, really. Because that's the real primary film, Chris. So what I would say, based on the skin complexion, let me recommend some evening viewing for you and the missus, so that when you are around, when you get into your mixture culturally, that's when you can kill them. They be like, how does Schmidbauer know all this? What's he get this stuff? And you got it authentic. You just say, listen, I got people. That's how you know I
got a hookup. Yeah.
There you go. Absolutely. So there you go. But no, Chris, we breaking you out, man. It's week one. And really, I kind of wanted to, let's take the angle, because again, I know we want to talk about the Panthers, of course. Again, here come the Irish again. We got a little nepotism going on here in terms of the show tonight, even with your alma mater. So we're excited about what's going on with the Knights here. No disrespect to the Indians, but they want to maybe spoil the open, because they hear only talk about the Knights as we come in from a season ago, and you get all of that. Obviously, you had your Titans last night. City League gets going, Bulldogs in action. So, Chris, you could take it from wherever you want to sort of pop it off. But I guess my main question would be, as we go into week one, what maybe should be an expectation with something that's always hard to quantify with especially this day and age and these kids, and how do we sort of anchor ourselves and maybe project into this season in a real definitive way?
I believe that you come into it with the idea that a lot of the same cast of characters that you always see are going to be in the conversation again. You're going to see some teams like Clay, who a lot of people expect things out of, that maybe enter themselves a little bit more authoritatively into the discussion about division winners and stuff like that. Fremont Ross think I said this a couple weeks ago, but Ken Winters, who used to be the coach at Whitmer, is now the head coach at Fremont Ross, and his first game at his alma mater is tonight. I really am interested to see what he does with that group out there. You mentioned Central. They'll be in the conversation, of course, but they're up a division this year. That adds a little bit more intrigue. There's a lot of folks. I didn't subscribe to this, as you will recall, but a lot of people said, well, it's easy to win a state championship in Division III. Let them go up a division and see how hard it is. Well, we're going to find out, because they're in Division II now this year. And you also have St. John's jump into Division I. They thought that was a better pathway for them to make the playoffs. So there's definitely some little tweaks and little twists and turns in the offseason narrative. But as far as what you're going to see tonight, I think your guess is as good as anybody's, because you hit it on the head. You can think you know what you're going to see, but really until you put the pads on and that first whistle blows,
yes,
it's not, you're just not able to know exactly what you are. And we're going to find out. I think there's going to be a lot of teams tonight that are going to come out of tonight thinking they're really good. And then there's going to be a lot of teams coming out of tonight going, man, was it back to the drawing board for us? Because there's always those surprises of teams that you think are going to be just much better than they are, or aren't going to be as good as they are. And we're going to find some of that out tonight.
And I guess with that, Chris, talking to Chris Schmidbauer here, all right, voice of the Whitmer Panthers, all right, for Gridiron 419. Chris, who then maybe do you perhaps look to be the most ready-made week one? Because that's all, and again, it's difficult. I get the preseason prep, and like you said, we don't know what to necessarily expect. But maybe I ask you this in terms, it becomes a coaching question. Who are you trusting more, maybe to deliver a performance that is expectation worthy, perhaps, and maybe we define it that way? Because I think sometimes with the youth and with the kids, because we find out over the campaign kind of who's who and what these kids are made of. But we always know what the elder statesmen to some degree are made of and what they represent. So maybe based on that, is there a way to gauge maybe some of what we can expect here this evening?
Well, I'll tell you, you've got two really good matchups. There's five that we picked on our podcast, but the two that jump out immediately are Trotwood Madison at Central Catholic tonight. Trotwood Madison has a 2028 recruit that's already committed to Ohio State. He's considered the #1 defensive lineman in the country. And as you know, going into Central is certainly not an easy thing. Right. I wonder, just based off of the way things started last year and kind of the panic and pearl clutching that went on with Central when they started 0-3, they don't want that to be a conversation again this year. Right. So I have a feeling that a lot of their emphasis and kind of attention has been paid to making sure that they get off on a better note this year. If they don't tonight, I think those questions start again because they have Walsh Jesuit still, and then they will get into some of their Michigan schedule. On the other side in the NLL, the one that I'm really interested in is Wapakoneta and Clay. As I said, Clay is one of those teams that you can make a case, in my opinion, as you're picking how things are going to shake out. I think you can make a case that Clay could be your second best team all the way down to the fifth best team. And it really just depends on how consistent they are. You've got Derek Pennington in his second year there at Clay. He was a tremendous head coach in the state of Michigan, seeing if he can translate that success down here. But Wapakoneta is one of those programs that has been on a hot streak as of late. They're trying to replace a lot of talent. People expect that Wapakoneta is going to go into Clay and win by a few touchdowns. I personally think Clay's going to win in an upset. That was my pick. But you just look at the Clay teams that we've seen. Clay beat Whitmer last year, and then other games they look completely lost. If you want to play with the big dogs, a lot of it has to be around consistency and giving that effort week in and week out. And for Clay, we're going to find out a lot about how good they are. Landon Eckelberry, their quarterback, is probably one of the best quarterbacks in all of Ohio. And I wonder, is this the year that we finally see Clay consistently in the conversation week in and week out?
Chris Schmidbauer here, ladies and gentlemen. It's week one. It's high school football. We're ready to take off. It is a gorgeous evening. The weather seems to be in place. But Chris, let me roll back real quick because a couple of things, and almost twofold here. One, the Central thing, and it's funny. You remind me, funny how we forget, prisoners of the moment. Damn, you did start 0-3.
Yeah.
And I remember Coach Dempsey coming on, and he was gracious in that too. I think this was the only place he spoke. during that time. You know what I'm saying? He came on, no qualms about it, in the 0-3 hole. You know what I mean? All of that going on. But with that, and like I said, twofold here. On one hand, I wonder how long it would take for them, because of the idea, the step up. Let's see what you do here, okay, and the scale up, or the level up, as it were. They do drop a game here, God forbid, too. How long before those conversations begin, on one hand? And then secondarily, I was wondering too, on a different note, maybe what team do you see, or what institution are you seeing that maybe got to the precipice last year of a state crown or the glory, that usually isn't necessarily definable and saying we can expect next year? But do we have that this year? A team that we can say, we really do expect to see them in their division, in this region, what have you, Final Four caliber, even though they fell short, and we almost definitely expect them to get to that level, or to that phase?
Well, not a team that fell short, but anybody who thinks Liberty Center is going to take a step back is kidding themselves. They absolutely blitzed through the competition, and there were a lot of years with them that they were able to make a state championship game and then got knocked out in that state title game. They finally got over that hump this year. But you think about all the pressure that comes with being that kind of program, and now that you've won one, you know this better than anybody, having been on championship basketball teams. They don't really care about what you did last year. Now they want to know, can you go get a second, and then can you get a third and a fourth? That pressure is going to be real out in Liberty Center this year, and I'm curious to see the way those guys handle it. You did lose some things, but a lot of people just assume that the Tigers are going to be back there. As far as Central is concerned, I said this last year. I was not concerned at all. I said to me once, I said if they got out of they were going to get all the way to a regional final, and I thought they were going to get out of the region. And I said I fully expect them to be in the state championship conversation again, which they were. But that is kind of, as I said, the penalty or the pay that you have when you're as dominant as Central is. You have to be willing to go and play some big boys that are going to be a challenge for you. And gone are the days where you're going to see teams locally sign up to play Central in the non-conference. And this isn't a knock against Central. It's more of, if you're a team that is local here, what do you get out of playing Central? You get to be more than likely beat by 4 touchdowns, and then you get to have guys get hurt on top of it. And it's one of the reasons why Whitmer certainly looked at that non-conference situation and thought, man, we're getting beat. And then on top of it, we're not healthy the rest of the year. It really does change the conversation. And that's not to say that I don't think you won't see eventually that teams might schedule Central again, but that's really kind of that curse of being a good team. It's stuff that like Ignatius goes through and Massillon, Washington goes through, these blue blood programs in the state. That's why they're going out to PA to play people. It's why they're getting guys from Indiana to come across the state, because you can't find people locally to play you. But this is kind of that other side of that coin, that dark side, if you will, of being good. You're going to have to take chances. You're going to have to really test your team early, not to mention that Catholic high school league has some tough tests as well.
Chris Midbauer here, everybody. Week 1, we're getting ready to take off. All right, Chris, well, you got your guys. All right, Reynoldsburg here. Let's open it up. What's the situation? And, how is that outlook, so to speak? Okay, Panthers, always interesting and always a topic of conversation around here, certainly at the beginning of each campaign.
A couple of things that stand out to me about this Whitmer team. One is they lost 16 starters from a year ago, but if you've been around this program as much as I have, you'll have heard inevitably topics always kind of turn to the incoming sophomore class. This is a class that they have been excited about for a lot of years. You're going to actually see some of those guys start tonight. And I imagine as the season goes on, you're going to see more of them work their way into regular playing time and even maybe unseat some of the guys that are going to start in week 1. The beauty, if you're Whitmer, and also kind of the negative is, and all coaches can say this, but I think it's especially true this year, you're not going to be in week 1 who you hope to be in week 10, meaning this sophomore class you're hoping is going to mature and figure out how to play at the varsity level, that by week 10 you're playing like a veteran group. That's the hope. Tonight there's going to be mistakes. There's going to be sophomore mistakes. Reynoldsburg was 1-9 a year ago. They weren't very good, but they do have some talented guys on their team. They have a quarterback who's a 2-year starter. He's thrown for over 3,000 yards, thrown for over 20 touchdowns in his career. And then on top of it, their head coach is a name that Toledoans should be familiar with, in Juwan Armour, who used to be a Central Catholic player, played at Miami, played in the NFL, and was a position coach for a while up here, and then did some stuff with the city of Toledo as far as some political stuff was concerned. So he should be a familiar face, and you know what you're getting with Juwan. Juwan is a guy that's going to coach his team hard. They're going to give everything they got, and so you got to be ready to go for 4 quarters. But this Whitmer team, we're going to learn a lot about them tonight. But the hope is that where you start, certainly with these young guys, you're going to get to a point come week 6, 7, and 8. Who you were week 1 is not who you're going to be week 8, because those sophomores are so ingrained and so comfortable with playing at the varsity level. Stuff has slowed down for them.
All right, Chris, can't wait to roll, man. And tonight, hopefully, it is very interesting and provocative for you and everybody else. All the people get out, man, parents, everybody, and let's all be well behaved, respect the game, and all. Hopefully everybody can get in and out of this first week with good health. Real quick, too, Chris, big story today, and we got this going on just as a side note, and I know you love the, hold on, no, wait, actually it's twofold now, because I didn't get to hear you on the James Harden. I didn't get a James Harden 3 years. To the 305 is what we're hearing.
He, I think I texted this to you. I don't love the 3rd year. I don't mind a 2-year deal. I was hoping more of like a 1+1, where it was like you get the player option for next year. But kind of all the stuff that I've read, he has been the unsung hero of this offseason for Cleveland. He is the one that recruited Peyton Watson to Cleveland, convinced him as to why he should sign there, how he fits. I guess at Fanatics Fest, spent time trying to convince LeBron. Basically has been working out with lots of guys this offseason that are from Cleveland. Like I said, I don't love the 3rd year, but if that's what you got to do, and let's be honest, I think I said this to you, you're really focusing on the next 2 years where you're at after the 27, 28, you're probably going to start to see those guys on the decline. But we'll see. That contract, that 3rd year may be one that you're just like, God, I can't wait till we can get off the money on this one. Klay Thompson has kind of been that rumor for a while that he was going to be bought out. The interesting thing, though, is where does he end up? Because supposedly the Miami Heat would love to get Klay Thompson in Miami. On the other side of it, he's a Cali kid. He's from LA. He grew up a Lakers guy. There's a lot of conversation around whether or not he would join the Lakers. That to me, also his dad obviously played for the Lakers as well. That to me feels like maybe his preferred destination. I don't know how much interest LA has in it, but supposedly Miami has been circling like a shark around his camp for a while, thinking that Dallas was eventually going to buy him out. And then once he did, Miami needs shooters, and you're hoping that maybe you can kind of get 1 or 2 more years of vintage Klay. But it would not shock me if he ended up back in Los Angeles, because DeMar DeRozan's still sitting out there as well. That's the other name I'm kind of surprised is still out there a little bit, because I thought somebody would have swooped in and grabbed him by now. I know he was a plan B guy for Cleveland. I think he's a plan B guy for Miami as well. But I was interested to see if Miami was serious about waiting out Klay. So I think if Klay goes somewhere else, I think you see Miami go and pivot towards, other areas. And then if not, then he'll obviously be a member of the Miami Heat.
I promise you, man. Chris Midbauer, everybody, voice of the Whitmer Panthers here. Last one, Chris. Mendoza for a half. Your thoughts on that?
Did not look like a guy that was worth the number 1 pick. That was one, I think I said this to you when we talked about this during the spring. Everybody kept saying that, oh man, if only I was not that sold. And that's not to say that he wasn't very good, but when you found out what the recipe was for Indiana last year, it was all guys in their mid-20s or late 20s, early, like outside of their teens playing college football. When you have basically grown men playing against guys who are 18, 19, you're going to have a physical advantage. That's not the only reason Indiana won last year. But I think we would all agree that from a roster standpoint, Mendoza was playing with guys that were better than most of the teams they faced, which is why they won a national championship. NFL is a different story. It's the room for error is a lot less. You have to be sharper. You have to be crisper. Now, we've seen other rookies go in and absolutely stink up their first year. I always think of Peyton Manning setting the interception record in his rookie year, and then obviously we know how he turned out. Right. But if I'm Las Vegas, a lot of people thought they would just turn that starting job over to Mendoza and just start rolling. I don't believe you can do that after last night.
And there you have it. And that's why Kirk Cousins is the blanket, Josh.
Yeah.
There you go. Yep. So there you go. All right. See, talk to you next week, brother. Appreciate you, man. Enjoy this evening, my friend.
All right. I appreciate it. See you guys.
All right. Chris Midbauer, everybody, week 1, high school football. We're ready to take off. Come back. Black and White Sports. First Football Friday. Sit tight.
When sports need a voice that doesn't play games, it's Andre of the Savages on Black and White Sports. 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
Report of an accident on the right shoulder, 75 southbound at Phillips. Other than that, we are clear. If you're seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
What the heck? Ever try selling scrap metal and leave wondering what just happened? Well, that doesn't fly.
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging.
Viagra, $2 a pill. $99 minimum order. Call 800-925-5313.
Some gusty.
you're looking for.
The kids are heading back to school, and it's time to rock the carpool line in a new ride from Yark Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Lease a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited for just $389 a month for 24 months for everyone during the Make This the Summer event. Plus, get Yark Cares on every vehicle free of charge. Score grade A back-to-school savings today at YarkChryslerJeepDodgeRam.com. 1995 due at signing with approved credit. Excludes tax, tag, title, and fees. No security deposit. Expires 8/31/26.
Black and White Sports.
My question to the black man is, at what point do the black man get to grow up and be released from the hood obligation? At what point? At what point do the streets, the hood, the set releases me from these obligations that have guaranteed either jail or death? The hood that guarantees you either go to jail or you die. Why would I hold on to that? I hate that. That's what little boys do. Little boys.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Black and White Sports on a Friday. It looks incredible as we get to dusk. Week 1. Everybody has a shot at the state. But it doesn't last long, Josh. By about the end of September, it's pretty clear.
Well,
it's not going to happen.
Well, it just lets you know that Northview's already been eliminated from consideration.
Don't you guys, isn't it Southview tonight? Isn't you doing the rivalry? Open it up, the community?
We host
Sylvania going off early.
We host Southview, Battle Sylvania.
Oh.
Probably be another
going on.
In other words, let's put it this way. As the if there was a radio announcer calling that game, someone would say, and like lambs being led to slaughter, the Northview Wildcats take the field as they take on the Southview Cougars.
Oh, battle of the well-to-do. Sylvania, we love you. Hey. They don't even care that one team is, as Josh describes, perhaps severely outmatched. It's not going to matter, though, Josh. Doesn't it not matter when it comes to this? People raise their game. Your boys will raise their game, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rivalry game.
The hell?
You should throw out the record books.
Throw it out. At least we can. It's 0-0.
Hey, hope springs eternal.
0-0. It's what we're saying, except last night. Okay, let's ring the bell real quick. Thank you to Chris Midbauer, though. He had to come through here and set the table. So we needed Chef Chris to get it established. We have it now, Josh.
We do.
Got it. Clear. All right. Now, let us move ahead. Let's ring the bell here on a Friday where we know you should be thinking grooming. At this juncture, Josh Burnham, a person would be thinking grooming because if you have anything happening tonight, you want to look right. So, with a 5-star Google rating, we encourage you, we implore you, we beseech you with our man Bulldog, Carl Butler. He is the master barber and stylist, ladies.
Want to ring the bell? All right. Ding, ding.
And Josh Burnham says it'll be short today. It's Ring the Bell, brought to you by our man Anthony Butler. He is the master barber and stylist. 419-407-0880. You can call him today. Call him now. As a matter of fact, he's in there. He's watching this. He has the app downloaded like you should have it. Savvy Television Network. You should download the app today. 1248 West Central. You can find him right over there, over on the Ave. Down West Sylvania. That's the Ave. That's one of the Aves, Josh.
Yeah, the
Toledo.
Ave.
That's an Ave.
It's
Sylvania
the Ave.
West Sylvania Ave. Okay. What we got? St. John's opened it up last night. Bulldogs. Whoa. This was over on Collingwood, too. Ooh.
Yep.
Ah. Ugh. Boy. Woo. 40-48.
Yep.
So we open it up. There you go.
Sam
Bulldogs.
Harshman, the
Yep.
running back, had 2 touchdowns, leading the offensive powerhouse by the Titans, while the defense took control. 5 turnovers, which included 4 interceptions and a fumble recovery. It was brutal.
Okay, Bulldogs. We know what that was. That was overwhelmed. Listen, St. John's boys, seasoned. It's a lot of times well-oiled machine. They do things. So listen, we're gonna get it back. We gotta change our mind state. That was a lot. We know that was a lot for everybody. That's all. But now you realize, what it's about. So see what has to happen, Josh, immediately in Bulldog camp is guys got to go ahead and get in the mirror immediately and figure out what exactly is it that you want to do. That's what you got to decide right now. If you had Scott right now, plus you guys are not necessarily realizing, and you should have realized coming off this weekend, that you come from an esteemed and very rich tradition in athletic excellence that dates back eons, especially in either football or basketball. So there's that part. Now, people act like they want to seem like they forgot that Scott was already incredible, like at all the stuff, usually most of life that people living now have experienced. But it's been a little different over the last, 20, I guess what, Josh, 15 to 20 has been a little.
At least that long.
This football hasn't been, but we're going to get it. It's a mind state. It's a mind state, gentlemen. It's a mind state. And of course, definitely, some time, weight room, got to stay there. Got to stay there. No way around that. Now, I'm not saying anybody wasn't doing that, but there you go. That was a rough one to get it open. That's more about the Bulldogs. Titans gearing up. Now, Titans, we want to see, though, is this you when you get in front of some people that really can push back like that? That's okay. We got it. We got the schedule. It's all good. Thank you for the rec. We got the work in. It's all good. Let's all move on. But 44-8, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting warmed up later on the season for the St. Francis's and the Central Catholics of the world.
We're going to want to see that same energy, Titans. That's all we want to get established here. Okay, let's roll on. What else do we have, Josh, here? Mud Hens were busy as well, and they gave us a loss.
5 for 10 innings down at the yard in downtown.
Okay.
Another tough one. Long season, almost getting near the end of the line, but hey, anything can happen these last few games of the season.
What's this, Family Feud?
Price is Right.
Price is Right. I wanted to say, but it didn't seem Price is Right. I hate when I get it wrong, and I had it.
Oh, they're a guy come from the same guy, Score Productions. Mark
But
Goodson.
I'm not supposed to miss Mark Goodson. I'm not supposed to miss that like that. Mark Goodson, television production.
And Bill Todman before he passed on.
Man, but no, I'm not supposed. How is it really? Is it really Price is Right?
Yeah, Price is Right. That's one of the showcase.
Oh, it is. That's what it is. That's it. Because I knew, because I was in the groove.
Yeah,
you saw I was in the groove.
Yeah, I mean that's the music they play when they have the furniture showcases, among things.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That's all. Then you don't have family. What was Family Feud when they used to have a theme? Didn't Family Feud used to have something they broke out when the family? Remember how they used to start it and the families would be froze the poles? See, we don't remember that. They would raise the little garage door on you, and everybody would be in a hookup. They would be in a Vogue on you.
Yeah, I mean they start off with the nice little fiddle at the beginning. They break out, and then they break out the. See, is that? That's
what I'm saying.
And then came Richard Dawson, or in the 80s, late 80s,
Okay,
Ray Combs.
real quick, since you bring up Dawson, just a quick question. Perhaps you have an answer. How the hell did he get all that sexual harassment off on TV, like in front of the nation? Like, how did that happen?
Well,
do you understand that?
Yeah, I do know about him kissing the female contestants.
Everybody kissing people's wives and stuff.
Well, probably because Richard Dawson has that.
Got to slap the hell out of this punk. What the hell, man? That would have been great to have seen somebody one day like a James Evans type, but he wouldn't have been trying to kiss Florida like that, though.
No, at least not in front of the kids.
Yeah.
But like I said, Richard Dawson had a certain je ne sais quoi, a charisma and charm that ladies seemed to back then fall for, which they seemed a little cringy today. Like a lot of game shows from the 70s, 80s seems cringy today. I guess that's times we evolve.
He said not in front of the kids. You're not kissing Florida in front of anybody. Ask to roll your ass out of here with that whole idea and notion.
Damn.
It's a Friday. It's Black and White Sports. Oh, we got 1 inch. I'm sorry. You want to get a break? Okay, let's break. Okay, we come back. We come back. I got a few things. First hour is wrapping up. First football Friday. That fool was saying in front of the kids.
Join Andre of the Savages, weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports, ESPN 100.7 The Ticket. ESPN 100.7 right now, traffic.
Typical Friday afternoon commute with the usual slow spots. Remember, we're 75 north, closed from 75 to 24 through the weekend once again. If you're seeing anything we're not, let us know. That's your Cumulus Toledo right now traffic.
This report is sponsored by Discover. With the Discover Cashback Card, it's payback time when you earn cash back on everyday purchases. Activate and earn 5% cash back at different categories each quarter on up to $1,500 in purchases. It pays to Discover. See discover.com/5 for details.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
Let the big utilities raise our electric rates, which is why
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
I'm Marcy.
Upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint smart home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6497.
Open the door.
20% off Duration, Super Deck, and Woodscapes products August 14th through the 24th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
One moment, one crash, one injury. It can take away everything. KNR helps Ohio families through their hardest moments, standing strong when it matters most. When you're hurt in a car, you call KNR.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Okay, let's finish it up. First hour. Black and White Sports. Welcome back in here. It's a Friday. It's incredible out. Wonderful evening to begin the high school football season. So hopefully you have a designated stop for your tailgating activities tonight. We know it's going down in a few spots. We know Central is happening. Trotwood, Madison in here. St. Francis is over at Wake. We like that. So, again, we exercise the nepotism around here. Let's go, little ski. All right, in the building, see what it is. Opener. And it's funny, too, Josh. I talked to him about that. We had last night, we just talked about Scott St. John's getting the season opened up. We said, listen, Titans, we need to see that 44-point energy. Let's keep that going when you get around some big dogs that aren't in the developmental phase that the Bulldogs find themselves in a recalibration of culture and what have you. But don't worry about it, Bulldogs. We'll keep reminding you around here who and what you are. So get back to that as soon as possible. But one step at a time. You know, it's going to be some of that. 44-8. There might be a few of those. But this is what you find out. This is what you find out, too. Over on Collingwood, hey, young men, this is where we start finding out, though. Because, see, now it's feeling like, man, when you get that kind of whooping, you might start looking at practice different, and you've been outside, all this heat for the last few weeks, all this other stuff, not doing certain things. Maybe we hope you're sacrificing certain activities, but it gets difficult as a young person to continue that fight, to keep that diligence and that discipline, all that stuff. So just be encouraged. You know what I mean? That's not a loss. It's a loss on the scoreboard, but it's not a loss in life if you don't allow it to be. You guys start building some things, and that's how you get cool, too. When you guys reform that thing, man, as a group, and you know you can lean on your partner next to you. That's what that is, though, especially with really all the games, but this game in particular. Anybody who's been on the football field, man, and understands how that cohesive unit has to be, or you don't have anything. Trust me, and you more likely get your head cracked on top of it when it's going crazy, So
yeah, it's not much about what the final score is. It's about how much effort you put in. Did you give it your all?
Yeah, and I know those young boys did, man. As long as you guys keep doing that, all right, those boys just, again, keep your head up with that. And like I said, when we get a balance. So like I said, St. John's, I'm going to need you boys, again, next week we want to see that. We want to get that same type of effort. And that's what you should do, though. But let it be known, too, when you are superior in many respects, we might say talent in certain departments and maybe some continuity, perhaps even chemistry on a lot of levels, then you act like it. You don't go out and dilly-dally with a team, and you let a team like Scott, who at some point will be getting confident on a team that probably is on the paper more talented and what have you, and someone will let them, dangle and hang and all of a sudden they're in a game, and again they will build that confidence. They eventually gonna turn the whole energy around. All teams do it at some point. Yes. And it's usually somebody out there half-stepping. So shout out to St. John's too and their victory. So let all lessons be learned. But here we got a whole ton more tonight getting ready to take off. We hope all these young people get out of this first weekend healthy, in and out of these games. And like we said, you know what I mean? They're not losses. These are lessons out here, especially in this game specifically. It requires that. You know what I mean? So that still has to be the takeaway. So we wish them all well. Like I said, a few more. What else we got? You got Northwood. They're hosting Rossford. Yep. It's looking like Woodward is at the crib too tonight. Norwalk Start is headed out there. Rogers is at the spot tonight. Lima Senior at home. Otsego at home. Bowser headed there. But, like I said, I talked to Ski too, Josh, and he's excited, man. So congratulations to the Nowajeski family. It's always great to see a young man put in this position, but he's ready. I say this is me talking because I've watched young Thomas Nowo. So I'm saying on mine, I don't want to let dad, because that's different talk. We understand where dad is at. He's excited. He's trying to be cool, Josh. He's trying to play it cool.
Oh, yeah.
He's cool. He's charging. He said he was going to get there about 6. I'm like, well, that's kind of early, Ski. Why you just there early? You're not in the locker room giving a speech.
I get over to the east side. It's over at Bowling Camp Stadium. For some reason, they have it as a St. Francis home game.
Yeah, that's strange. I don't know. That was weird when you mentioned that. But nonetheless, we know it. Okay, it's over at Wait, so we got that going on. So a lot of electricity tonight. But again, we wish young Thomas well. All right, from the show, from Unc over here, man. But he's ready to rock and roll. But it's all the hard work that's been put in. And we said this, Josh, you don't have a young guy in a tournament game, do or die, as a sophomore without the intention of him being in this exact position. So credit to the young man for having that bullseye target on his back, entering camp and coming out of camp, the bona fide leader of the group, man. So we appreciate that. We like that. We encourage that. So, shout out. See what you do. Wait, Indians, can you shake it up? Can you break it up? Can you break up the coordination? We like it. I like setting the drama. Josh, in case somebody in Wait hears it, can we break it up?
East side represent.
And that part. All right, we'll come back. Hour number 2. 5:05 is when we do that. We get into the second hour. Got a few items, like I said. Joe Burrow talking. Angel Reese is hooping. Mendoza, Chris Smith-Bauer shot my whole campaign and blew that up. All right, I say he's going to be good. Niners' effort was cool. And Center says I'm out of the U.S. Open. So a few things to get back to. And just a reminder, we were 7-2 last night on the bets. We got some more going into the Friday. All right, sit tight. 5:05. We expect perfect attendance. It's Black and White.
His Store and More, the Man Superstore Studios. This is 100.7 WQQO HD2 Sylvania, Toledo, a Cumulus Media station.
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
Here's a great way to save money on your prescription medications. If you take Viagra or Cialis, we can give you a way to pay as little as $2 a pill. Compare that to prices as high as $60 per tablet. Call now with your prescription and pay as little as $2 a pill. We offer 24/7 service and always free delivery and confidential packaging.
Viagra, $2 a pill. $99 minimum order. Call 800-925-5313.
At Mike's Pizza. First Filter in Perrysburg. For over 20 years, First Filter has supplied high-quality filters to office buildings, schools, apartments, contractors, and commercial facilities throughout Northwest Ohio. Now, homeowners can take advantage of that same quality. Public welcome. Stop in and save with prices that beat many big box stores. Need a hard-to-find size? Their team can build custom filters fast right in-house. Call today, 419-666-5260. Clean air starts with First Filter.
We'll make this quick. It's time to ditch your 5G internet because you deserve better than lag, shared speeds, and throttling. Luckily, there's Rocket. Fast, no hassle, fiber-powered internet. For just $9.99, you can get 600 megs with a 3-year price guarantee. And if you need more speed, 1 gig is only $19.99. No shared speeds, no throttling, no nonsense. Ditch the fixed wireless and get the best internet deal in the galaxy at GetRocketInternet.com.
That's exactly correct. My friend from Rocket Internet. Let me piggyback that with ditch that 5G internet, people. Doggone fixed wireless. Get involved. The exclusive offer available now. Rocket Internet offering you 600 megabits per second for only $9.99 per month. More speed you need? Then 1 gig for $19.99 per month will be suitable for you. Because the biggest name isn't always the best deal. Both plans include Wi-Fi equipment, unlimited data, no contract, and a 3-year price guarantee. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 567-3-ROCKET to check availability and sign up. Rocket Internet is a prepaid internet service. Professional installation is required and a one-time activation fee applies. Offer subject to change or may be canceled without notice. Visit GetRocketInternet.com or call 567-3-ROCKET for full details.
Black and White Sports.
It's not hatred. I'm in Houston right now with Willie D doing the show tomorrow night. This is 36 years. You're not going to be able to do that because you didn't make records to do that. So if you don't have any money, young people, how are you going to eat? See, this is the scariest part that when I talk about this, they don't really understand. The records that you are making is not going to be able to transcend for 10, 15, 20, 30 years so you can possibly work and get a gig. Because nobody's going to be saying whatever at that age of 40 years old when they got married and they got children and they in school or they got a 9 to 5 or they in church and they're going to match. You didn't make any music to transcend for you to have a career. Wouldn't you be scared of that?
Yeah. You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Hour number 2 around here, the fastest $1.20 in sports, no gray at all. It's Black and White Sports, all right? I am Andre of the Savages. Hour number 2 set to begin here. We appreciate you all being involved with it, Glass City and so on, 100.7. That's ESPN here in the Glass City. My good man, Josh Burnham here alongside. What's up, Josh? How you doing?
Doing just fine. And just a reminder, at 6 o'clock, Central Catholic opens the season against Trotwood Masson. Pre-games at 6 o'clock and kickoffs at 7 o'clock.
The great plug in Bill Clizzle. All right. Yep. Shout out to Bill Clark and his regime and the entire situation. You know how that goes. We do an annual. So Josh just told you 6 p.m. is the kickoff. I won't be messing around with the doggone, the close, the hard out.
And this game's a nice little warm-up for Thursday's game against Portage Central out of Michigan. They're a tough bunch of guys.
Okay. You just heard this, Josh, or you just know? Did you
knew
fight
about
these
this.
people before? Or
Well, I have my sources.
Okay. 877-909-1007. That's the source. You can be one. Josh says you can call it, text it, do whatever you feel like doing. That's on you. I don't endorse it, whatever you can save it as far as I'm concerned. But
the phone thing's kind of passe. Texting's
that's
where
what
it
they
is.
say. But they want you to do it here in the offices. They say tell them. So we told you. We also told you too. 7-2 last night. 3-0 in the W. 4-0 MLB. Didn't go very well in the not for long league. 0-2 on the preseason hype. That's okay, because I will get it right. NFL's back. High school, and we like that. Hey, college is next. Out here flipping from 4 to 5 flex.
Week 0.
Get your edge of Villa. Come back. Make it in the Villa. Huh? All right, I gotta stop. I can't help it sometimes. Just put the beat. It's the beat. It comes and takes over. What do you want? I don't know.
It reaches out and grabs it when you least expect it.
Oh, well. Yes, absolutely. So there you go. And Chris Schmidbauer was here earlier, and shouts out to that, voice of the Whitmer Panthers. Also, don't forget, catch his situation, Gridiron 419. Or did I say it right? Yeah, I hope I said, Gridiron 419, right?
Yeah, Gridiron 419.
So catch that too. You guys can plug in with his situation. But he was here earlier. We were just talking about, things. And before he left, I did have to ask him. I threw the Mendoza in there. He blew up my whole situation. I'm a supporter of Mendoza. I think he's going to be good.
Yeah,
Chris made him sound bum like it was going to be a farce and trust. Josh is tripping. He's silly. But listen, Schmidbauer blew up my little, I think it's gonna be good, Josh. I think Mendoza. I don't mind. Again, the pick 6, he knew a bad throw. I appreciate his comment at the end. I appreciate that too. I do. Usually you don't like to hear people speak. You know what I mean? A lot of times we don't.
Yeah,
Lord knows I know.
I could see the little bit of criticism and hesitation about Fernando Mendoza in his rookie year. He's going to an organization that has been a dumpster fire for the last 30 plus years.
You have that happening. There's that. Man, the kid's going to be good.
And they're now in yet another rebuilding mode, and with another new head coach. And the thing in Vegas, the only thing going for them is that stadium of theirs. Too bad they don't have really a football team to put it in, but hopefully Mendoza will turn things around. But
he's tough mentally. That's the thing. We saw the kid was tough. We know he's tough physically.
And it doesn't hurt that he's got Kirk Cousins teaching him a few things as well.
Well, that's what scares. No, that's what scares me. No, I don't like it. I never like it.
Well, maybe
I'm not a Kirk Cousins guy. I'm not, man. Well, I don't understand how he's done this.
Well, maybe not for the football abilities, but maybe get agents and negotiate contracts out.
That's for damn sure. That is where we tip the cap. The Kirk Cousins cap should be tipped. Get paid. Damn.
And paid
There's nobody can match him. Show me somebody in NFL history can match Kirk Cousins. I bet you if we check that, there's no way. But there has to be like a quotient by which we can measure the sort of the career span, the entire earnings sort of valuation of the individual and what they were able to do. And there's no way you're going to come up with somebody that can match Kirk Cousins for what you had to put out and not most of the other people that you might say in some kind of realm that made all of this money that's similar. I bet you they won some stuff. This man hasn't won a damn thing on any level. And he got all the damn money. That is incredible.
Yeah, according to the figures,
that's incredible.
Kirk Cousins has made $341.4 million.
Oh my God!
Which is right near the top of NFL history, and he surpassed Tom Brady.
And ain't won nothing. And Tom Brady had to get 7 Super Bowls for that. Had to play in 10. Wow. It's not about anything other than, ladies and gentlemen, that's all it is. It's not about anything other than.
I like money.
I should have spent more time learning how to get along with folks, Josh. That's all it is. That's all it is.
It's about.
That's all it is. It's not about talent. It's not about anything. Skill, set, none of that.
All about connections, pal.
It's about getting along with people and lying. That is it. That's an ad, Josh. I think that's a commercial. Mark that. That's all we should say, because that's a nice 30-second. Just let that sit. You know what I mean? In silence, and let it, and then bring in the do. Weekdays, 4 to 6.
Yep, I'm marking it right now.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Second hour.
Let's go to Joe Burrow here. Now it's time. It's Joe Burrow time. Since we're saying things, I was hinting at it. Let me share. I cannot believe that Josh Burnham, he is a proclaimer of Bengal support. Yet he's not moved by the comments of today, or at least maybe yesterday, Joe Burrow. Josh, let's share with the people on his thoughts of what is happening, what the stakes are going to be, especially on his watch for everyone in the facility. Joe Burrow has delivered the express mode mentality that everyone should probably consider adopting.
I'm trying to manifest it. I'm trying to show our guys the urgency that I have and that I want us to have as an organization to go and make it happen. You can keep pushing it down the road, or you can talk about it now and say this is the year. And I'm tired of saying next year. This is it. Your life is too short to keep pushing things down the road, and I'm trying to instill some urgency and some intensity in everybody to go and be great every day and try to go make it happen.
You feel like it's got to be now or never?
That's how I'm treating it, for sure. That's how I'm treating it.
Dang, Josh. Like I'm relating. I feel like I got people in life pressing me, Josh. I was a couple of people saying, look, it's urgent now. Let's make a move.
Yeah.
Can't keep pushing it down the road. Can't keep pushing it down the road. It's got to make it happen. It's time. It's now. Got to decide.
I like the attitude. He's saying the right things, but as a Bengals fan who's been burned, had his heart broken many times.
It's funny you would say that. Yes, it's good. Right. Stay with it, Josh. You're right on with this.
Having said all that, I'm at the point where it's like, yeah, I like what you're saying, but enough talk.
Yeah.
Show it on the field.
Right.
Stay healthy.
Okay.
Get the ball off a little bit quicker than before that. Like I said, the parking cones you call an offensive line allows you to get sacked by whoever is in the backfield in the AFC North.
He said parking cones.
Yeah.
Parking cones.
Yeah, that's what the offensive line is last couple of years. Parking cones. Even parking cones offer more protection than the Bengals line have had.
I'm down, Joe Burrow. Let's go. Let's get at it. But you wanted these receivers. That's the thing. Now, we didn't pay these receivers around here. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
we don't need this. We got to get, there's that too.
We can score points just as long as we learn how to play defense. We should be rather competitive.
I'm excited about it. I like this AFC North thing. That's right. That is tailor-made for business.
Yeah, we're right for the picking. The division is.
Yes, indeed.
Ravens, I could see them probably competing because with a new coach and Lamar Jackson coming back. The Steelers, they're in transition. We don't know what we're going to get with McCarthy and Aaron Rodgers, and the Browns are just the Browns.
I think the Browns going to shock you. Whoever's at the helm, whatever. Watson, Sanders, whatever. The Browns get off to a quality start. Let's look at it, Josh, real quick. I'm sorry, impromptu moment. Go to the Browns schedule. I need to see September, please. If you could please present September for me for the Cleveland Browns.
I will.
Let me tell you how incredible this is getting ready to be.
All right, pulling up the 20.
And I think you and Monty and everybody, y'all got the Steelers effed up too. But I know somebody has to lose. That's the thing. Somebody has to lose some of these damn games. Okay, let's go.
Here
Josh is giving us Cleveland Browns.
September 13th, they open on the road against Jacksonville.
They're winning that. 1-0. Let's go.
Okay,
Cleveland
moving
Browns.
right along.
Let's bet this. Write this down. Bet it. Cleveland Browns, September. Let's go. September to remember. 1-0.
Game number 2, staying in the state of Florida, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, September 20th.
That's going to be dicey. Baker still, Petty, Deshaun Watson. 1-1.
Yeah, I could see that.
1-1.
And September 27th, week 3, they finally come home and they host the Carolina Panthers.
2-1. And I know Carolina will be better and all of that, and Bryce Young is better and all the rest of this. And they played well late, but I'm going to need to see that. I'm never, ever running around here just talking about the Panthers. Yeah, from the clip. Nope. 2-1. September to remember. Cleveland Browns. You're hearing it live. Let's go.
And, of course, that brings us into the month of October.
Well, that still counts. We'll count it first month. This was first month of the season is what we're doing here. Josh will find a way to technically throw it off. Okay, so first weekend of October. Okay,
Yeah.
Who is the opponent?
October 1, home against the Steelers, and it's a primetime game. It looks like a Thursday night game because there's no way they'll put them on Sunday or Monday night.
I'm taking. I've last couple of years I cracked them on that bet. I'll take that again because the Steelers will be favored. I would imagine. What we'd have to look at the Steelers situation coming into that, but let's just assume for all intents and purposes, most people are probably going to lean Pittsburgh. And if they're dogs in that, I love them. But okay, so what do we say? So what do we say? 2? That's 500.
Yeah, 500. 4 games.
Most
3
people-
in September,
yeah.
1 in October.
Most people don't think it. I think the Browns shock you. Browns won't be complete turd. I don't think they'll be complete turd, Josh. There you go. All right, let's break. Okay, hour number 2 underway around here. First Football Friday is happening. All right, but we will come back. I got a few basketball mentions, and and we got some plays to make for today. MLB. What's happening too, Josh? There was a 4:00 game, I think, that's on my ticket. Can you look and see what are we doing here before we hit this? Let's see.
Oh,
MLB. Yeah, somebody's playing right now.
yeah,
I think it
it's-
matters to us.
I think I remember seeing that. I think the Brewers are playing. Let me
I
look.
believe you're correct.
Yeah, they're
It's
playing the
sort of-
Braves. Top of the 5th
Okay.
inning, 2-0 Brewers lead, and Mizorowski is pitching.
Okay, we'll take that. That's on the ticket. But we got a few more for you. MLB strong tonight. NFL 3 more, and the ladies got a triple dip as well. So we'll get all of it in. It's a Friday. It's the first Football Friday, week 1. High school situations, tailgating on. Got to be starting soon if it hasn't begun already. Sit tight though. We haven't left the building yet. It's still Friday work day here.
Join Andre of the Savages weekdays 4 to 6 on Black and White Sports. ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
Hey, this is Andy with Kripke Enterprises, and the only thing I like...
Upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint smart home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6497.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435.
We'd ever have. You want some boiled peanuts? What is a boiled peanut?
brand new Kia with huge summer savings you can't afford to miss.
Hey, Steve Taylor here, and I'm excited to share how Taylor Kia stands out from the rest. We are now 100% employee-owned and 100% invested in you. Own the summer, own the savings in a new Taylor Kia.
Lease a 2026 Kia Sorento LX for as low as $259 per month, plus 0% financing and 0 down delivers. Got a trade? Get up to $5,000 more than you think it's worth. Only at Taylor Kia. It's time to own it this summer. It's time for Taylor Kia, Toledo, Findlay, and Lima. Shop 24/7 at taylorauto.com. For qualified buyers with approved credit, 36 month lease with $3,500 due signing plus taxes and fees. 10K annual miles. No security deposit required. 0% APR for 60 months on 2026 EV6. $1,389 per thousand finance through KMF. Offers are mutually exclusive and expire 9/4/26.
Amy's Pizza Factory at 6710 West Central Avenue is helping you save. Visit this station's Sweet Deal webpage this Monday morning beginning at 9 and get $50 worth of Amy's Pizza for only $25. Amy's Pizza Factory, pizza made the way it should be.
This is Black and White Sports on 100.7 The Ticket.
Friday Eve, 100.7 FM is ESPN here in the Glass City. I am Andre of the Savages. It's Black and White Sports. Getting set to cross the bottom of the hour here in the second hour of the situation. Josh Burnham in here alongside as always. We do it live from the studios on the Cumulus Media Campus, Southside. 877-909-1007. Also, too, you can check us out. Catch it. I didn't say it the other times, all these other breaks, but 1007theticket.com. That's on the audio side. And, of course, you got to download the app today, Savvy Television Network app, because we're live in the app, really, actually coming live from the app, kicking it out everywhere else. But you're seeing us live on Savvy Television Facebook, Savvy Television YouTube as well. But we know that's fleeting. But nonetheless, we rocking. We've been rolling here. This week, we had it was smooth. This week, that shows that there's page targeting, Josh. That's the setup. Somebody did something. They did something peculiar and sinister. And I feel like I know who it is, to be honest with you, because I only know one person that insecure, like to try something like that.
I wonder who would that be?
Well, you wouldn't know this person, but I'm just saying. Some people I know, they would know. They move like that.
Yeah, they know who they are.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, that's right. And they listen, because they have to listen to me anyway, because everything, the whole thing is about this over here. So, it's one of those. It's some of that stuff, Josh. We have it. It's petty. The city is petty.
Yep.
It's weird. An eye on you. It's weird that we could act like that in this place. This place is small. It's very strange. And they're always quick to like, the thing about people here, though, they always are quick to glom on to people who aren't from here that do well. You know what I'm saying? Like people who are notarized and well known for some reason or another.
Mm-hmm.
We have a tendency to glom on and treat these people with like high reverence, but spit on people that we hang and sit and sip with at bars and eat dinner around and stuff. That's what we do.
Yeah, we're always
that's weird.
Trying to go for the brass ring, as one would say.
Well, we don't. That's the thing. We pretend to, but we don't. That's the truth, Josh. We don't go for the brass ring.
Yeah, we're the
collectively.
We're just common folk like you, all you out there.
But we aren't, though. That's the thing. We aren't common folk, and unfortunately, it's been ingrained in the societal psyche of Lucas County that you are. That's the problem. But all these unique individuals that we've even seen over time, and you still don't believe it. You're always happy with just being in it, not winning it. It's a difference. But with that said, you heard Joe Burrow before we left.
Yes, we have.
And I don't know how you can't love. But listen, it's as simple as him being healthy, though. Just real quick to just roll back to Joe Burrow real quick. You got to be playing. That's it, Joe Burrow. We can say whatever we want to say, but you have to be on the field. End of story. All of this is nonsense if you're not playing games. That's the end of that. So whatever we want to say that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know Joe Flacco has had a stellar career, but he ain't going to take you much at his age. I mean, it's going to be Burrow or
is Flacco still on the roster like
that?
Yeah,
he's the backup.
What? Okay. I'm not mad at that either, though. But whatever, I'm not mad at that necessarily, but that's just heavy. You know what I mean? But you're still kind of in solid hands.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean, that doesn't mean it's anything to panic, because nobody's doing all 17 or whatever. We don't see that. I can't remember when we saw it. Did anybody do all 17 last year, Josh? I don't know. I don't seem to recollect. There's always a week or two somebody's not involved. And, Flacco is a good situation to have happening. So you like that.
Yeah.
And really all of these teams, as we know, traditionally we have found your backup is your crack up. That's it. Either it will be your crack up or, again, you can rely on the backup.
I mean, that's the story of the NFL these days with its expanded schedule. It's all about depth. You got to have your stars and your starters are going to have injuries once in a while. It depends on when it's next man's up.
Well,
it's going to be if that next man up is going to be up to the task.
Well, quarterbacks though. Just keep that to quarterbacks. Yes, quarterbacks, and you're not, so. But everything Joe Burrow said was exciting. That's cool, but you got to be playing in the story. All right, let me move. Hold on, let me go to this because now let me move over here to the hoop side and the ladies. And last night, because nobody's really seeing this, and I feel like we're overlooking it because we keep wanting to make believe that it's a slapstick operation and a goofy campaign. Okay, when we're talking about what's happening with our good friend Angel Reese. Okay. And for all intents and purposes, this whole thing in the move to the ATL by, hold on 1 second here, Josh. Sorry. Did they change the logo on us? My bad. I'm in my search. Sorry, my whole little thing here I'm doing. But no, man, let me go back to last night because, again, and I think the whole thing with the dream, all of that, and what they're doing, what that team was doing, and by adding her, what they've become. But last night, she gave you 20, 10, and it was the 8 assists for me. That's the thing. 8 assists. She was 9 for 9, though. She gave you the 100% from the field, 2 threes made in that 9 attempts in 30 minutes.
Not bad.
Angel Reese was hooping last night, people. But the thing is, okay, prior to that, let's go back. And I would say one of these games is bad. I think this is, against the Aces. That was another win after the thing with the Fever that day. But let's look at what she did there. 7 defensive, so 10 rebounds in that game. Let me see what she did in the points. Because we don't expect her to do this in the points. And the thing is, for as much as she has struggled, as much as we have laughed and looked at her struggle, and I even saw they even made fun of her missing a layup the other day while she was making all these shots and doing this other thing. Yeah, so look, 21 and 10 the game before that, hit a 3 in that game, another 4 assists, so she doubled up the assists, so we getting real helper-like around here. So that was the game prior. That was against the Aces. So if we really stop acting like we want to act silly and keep not visualizing what should be seen, which is this young lady is out here busy. Hold on. So let me take it all the way back to Sunday when we had the Fever. That was the overtime thing because they were critical. She missed the bunny where she could have won the game. And, we end up with the overtime thing. And obviously the Fever end up taking them out. But even in that game, 15 and 14, Josh, and 6 assists. Get the hell out of here. This girl is going off. However it looks, whatever you don't like, whatever you want to say, she's acting up. And this is on a basketball level. And consequently, I have not heard a tremendous amount from her on necessarily the negative end or something that's unrelated to ball. And I know there was a matter or two somewhere in there, and I get it. That was a few weeks ago. And this is just, like I said, this is over the last 3-game stint here. The girl is busy. I'll go ahead and salute that because we're always quick to get on her when she's looking bad. saying something we don't love, or certainly representing something that everyone is in disapproval on. And I just wanted to add that because she's acting a damn fool lately, and a prop bet gold mine, by the way. So,
like seeing that from her. The game is evolving, and who knows what bag of goodies she'll have.
Hey, they are in position to win, though. The dream are good. That's the other part. So whatever it is, we are headed toward real potential here with exactly what you might want. And again, you see what's going on with the Fever. So a lot of potential all around with that. WNBA, serious. And so is Angel Reese as of late. All right. And we are too. We will come back. It's the first Football Friday. It still is. All right. Before we get out of here, a few more items to attend to, like these MLB plays, NFL preseason tonight, WNBA, another threefold. So let's get at that. Also, too, Klay Thompson talk. Miami might be done. Who knows? But it's in the air. It may be likely. I wouldn't have necessarily been mad at the Lakers, but I'd like DeMar DeRozan a lot more. Sit tight, though. We're almost done.
The takes are cold. The delivery is savage. Black and White Sports on ESPN 100.7 The Ticket.
York, it's just what you're looking for.
The kids are heading back to school, and it's time to rock the carpool line in a new ride from York Automotive Group. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-5 Select for just $249 a month, or buy low with 0% financing for 36 months. Plus, get York Cares on every vehicle free of charge. Score grade A back-to-school savings today. Online at the lightning fast YorkAuto.com. 36-month term with 5112 due at signing. On approved credit. No security deposit. See dealer for full details. Expires 8/31/26.
Maybe you want to keep your legs active while you work, or you wish to support your therapy at home, or you just want to build strength, increase your mobility, flexibility, and boost your circulation. Ellipse was made for you. Power-assisted exercise that frees your mind to enjoy your favorite seated activities. Just plug it in, place your feet, select your speed, and relax. Ellipse does all the work for you. Call now.
800-580-6475.
If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, well, your favorite attorney has a message for you. Collision, calamity, catastrophe. If you want money, you need an attorney. You need a bulldog. That's why you got to call the number on your screen now. They'll help you connect to a legal expert. You have questions, they have answers. These bulldogs will make sure people pay. And if you don't get paid, the attorneys don't get paid. Pick up that phone and call now to see what your case could be worth.
800-370-5435.
Someone had a...
Yep. Can't believe it.
Years of wisdom. Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available.
Call now, toll free, 800-558-5635.
Pneumococcal pneumonia. Upgrading to a smart home? Only Vivint offers a fully integrated smart home system. Every device works together seamlessly. Call Vivint now and get free professional installation, $200 off your initial order, and 0% APR financing for up to 60 months. Plus, you can get 24/7 professional monitoring for as little as $1 a day. Upgrade your home to a Vivint smart home. For your free quote, call
800-853-6497.
50th. happy family, happy kids, and a roof you can always count on. That's our promise to you. Shalgo Roofing, always professional.
Call 419-691-9641. Black and White Sports.
Mickey Mantle don't care about you, so why should you care about him? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Worry about yourself, your family, the people that are important. Nobody cares. The only thing that matters is what's good for you and how you feel about each other. Don't you trust anybody? No. It's a horrible way to live. For me, it's the only way. It was just like Sonny said it would be. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
You're listening to Black and White Sports, where there is no gray.
Black and White Sports on this Friday, 100.7. That's ESPN, The Ticket, here in Lucas County. Real quick, shout out Finney on the comments. I got a few guys. I don't know, Finney. I don't know if Dak Prescott did it. Maybe, I guess he did last year. Damn. I guess the other subsequent years threw me off because he missed some time there. Baker Mayfield did it. You got me on that one. Caleb Williams. Sam Darnold. No. Well, Bo Nix, I guess, in the going out in the playoffs, because I was in the playoffs when he finally got cracked. So let's see. He got Drake May, Goff, again, and Dak. He gave me a quick list of people that did the whole 17 last year. So, okay, well, there you go. But Joe Burrow, you need to do that. Then if everybody can get that off, then Joe Burrow, you need to go ahead and put that together.
I mean, not all 17, but at least 15, and have Flacco play toward the end of the season when there's nothing to play for.
Listen, Josh, they go hard to beat. Your boys would be hard to beat when he's playing. And that's just real. Listen, and yeah, we're going to have defensive activity. You know, you can't go out like you did last year. Just same way like the Cowboys can't go out like they did on the defensive side. But even still, they always present a problem. So just be advised. Like I said, Joe Burrow's playing, Bengals problem. All right. Also, too, breaking news on a couple of things. I don't know if we can go with it, though. We got Sharm Charania. But listen, a couple of things. First, after clearing waivers, Klay Thompson expected to sign $13 million deal with the Heat, couple years there. DeMar DeRozan signs $3.9 million one-year deal, Denver Nuggets. That's important. That matters. Everything's changed. Trust me. He's on the team with Joker and AG. And to a lesser degree, Murray, if you want to say that, because you guys will have to acknowledge Murray because we have to. That's just personal with me. I don't love him. I don't dig the New Balance thing. It's a lot. You see what's happening to Ohtani. Look, see? Cooper Flag, get out of that quick. Before you start Cameron Brinking around here. No. Hell no. But again, DeMar DeRozan, Denver Nuggets, damn.
No.
I don't know if that no is. What are you saying that? No, yes. Yes. Yes.
I tell you, I mean,
that's a good there. Yes. Yes. That's, do you know what they get with that? A better, what's that guy? What's my man? The little light-skinned guy that was on Denver that they got rid of. I think they sent him to Brooklyn. I don't know. He was on there when they won. Was it Mike? What was the cat with the dude, the light-skinned guy, man? That was opposite Murray. It was him, Murray, Joker, Gordon, and damn, who am I forgetting? I know KCP was on there. He might have been in the line. I don't think KCP was in the lineup, but I think he was on that damn team. But I can't think of old boy's name right now. But that's a better upgrade of that. Maybe you might argue some of the shooting possibility, but no, DeRozan's getting to the cup. He's still getting to the cup.
Talk about that player the Nuggets trade to the Nets for. Was it Porter Jr.?
No, I don't think. What? No. Really? No. Let me see his picture, Josh. Let me see. No, it's not Porter. No. I don't, man, who is it? Get in the comments. I know somebody got the comment for me somewhere in here. But no, anyway, is that dude? That is dude. Okay, that's Porter. My bad. Hey, there you go. Okay, Porter Jr. My bad. Thank you, Josh. Fine. But better. I don't like him being on the team with them, with Joker. Somebody who is going to just elevate his play. And he's a team elevator. Any team he's on, to go here and have that stint in Sacramento just now and complete that foolishness. Just wasted years for this man. Damn, I wanted him on the Lakers. Been wanting him on the Lakers for years.
Now they're going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Hell. No, it's over with. Now he'll probably stop. It'll be over with after this stop. But nonetheless, there you go. So Klay Thompson, DeMar DeRozan on the move. Breaking. Charm, we don't know. We got to cross our fingers with these reports, though. Charm, we don't know now.
It always seems like, it's kind of starting to get a little irritating, but it seems like every time ESPN breaks like NBA news, it seems like Shams is always the first one to know.
Well, that's supposed to be his role, but it's been questioned now. It's been compromised. That's the only problem. All right, with that, on this Friday, it's important to let you know each and every time. We are brought to you by my good friends at the Bassett Nut Company. So keep that in mind, too. It's football season. Snacks abound. We told you can't go wrong going in the house with the lady, for sure, okay? But even for the parties, man, we still getting together. We got these situations going on in these basements and man caves. Get the pretzels, bags of nuts for your mouth. Everything is right there. Get busy, okay? 5380 Monroe Street. Bassett Nut Company, next door to the Verizon. Understand it. Don't get it forgotten. Don't forget the Master Barber is here as well. It's a Friday. Anthony Butler is in the shop. It's on television because you should download the app. The Savvy Television Network is live 24 hours a day. They're watching in the shop. He can hear me saying, you should stop by 1248 West Sylvania, 419-407-0880. That's a 5-star Google rating. Master Barber. That's a hell of a thing to say about yourself if you didn't mean it. It'd be real easy to disprove, wouldn't you think? Also, Powers Beauty Supply. My good friends there. It's been a lifetime of service. I'll just say it that way. Why don't we keep that going? Get over there. Beauty supply needs. Does not matter your ethnicity. They always love it when we see everybody coming and cross-blending. It's a hybrid situation, and I know I'm responsible. It was the Love My 419 audience, Josh, that did it. I ingrained it, mixed it. Everybody popping in. We love it. And my friends at Consigned Home Interiors. Change your decor without spending more. 6925 West Central. All right, it's a Friday, so everybody plug in. Make sure you patronize all places, all organizations, all facilities, all business conglomerations, and so on and so forth. It's the fastest $1.20 in sports. It's called Black and White Sports, and we do it daily, 4 to 6 p.m. I am Andre of the Savages. Josh Burnham is here today. Thank you to my man Chris Schmidbauer, who came through today. Rocked out for us. First week, high school football is set. Go pick your location tonight. Josh, we're thinking of moving around to a few. I'm trying to work on something. I don't know, Josh. I'm boiling in my head right now. I'm betwixt. I don't know what.
Oh, you mean take it on the road?
Well, I'm thinking of something. I have something cooked up in my mind.
Something like
I want to get involved. I might get involved.
Something like along the lines of maybe like what BCSN is doing the last couple of years. Like have like their own version of the college game day.
Well, I don't know. Something like I have a thing. I have my thing, the credentials. I'm ready to bust in. You see it. See, I can break in case I want to do something to cover it. I'm thinking about it, Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right there. So you might catch me. I might appear. I'm right there. I'm on the horizon of commitment. You would think I would have thought of that way before now. On this first Football Friday, everybody, before we go, okay, let's do this. Josh, we ready? It's time for the plays. Let's have the plays. Where we at? We still okay with Milwaukee? Check on Milwaukee, please, because I think Milwaukee's on this ticket.
All right. Looking at the update from the Major League Baseball, top of the 7th inning, there's a managers making a change right now. It's 2-0 Brewers with nobody out.
Okay. You like that? We'll take that. All right. Moving on. Let's do this. Rest of the MLB. Here's what we're looking at tonight. It's a money line situation for the most part. We'll go Again, we'll go Yankees right back again tonight because, again, 4-0 last night. Let me go and just a quick brief reminder, those of you who haven't been here most of the show today. Yankees last night, Guardians, Brewers again, and the Cards, okay, last night. But we also had the Reds in a one-run frame, too, with the plus 1.5. So, really, we could call it 5-0, but we'll just take the 4 modestly and humbly do it that way. So, we move on today. We come back. We'll stay with the Yankees again tonight. Brewers already up. Hopefully that holds. We like Philly tonight in the money line because they're switching over now. St. Louis coming in to deal with Philly. I don't think they maintained that success they had over the Reds. Philly's much better. I think a little bit more contention consideration there. So you like Philly tonight. Cincinnati, just to bring them up as a sidebar, it's something about Arizona getting 95% of the money in the, in terms of winning this. I don't like that. I feel like we need to go Cincinnati 1.5 here on the road out west in the desert. They might win the game. I just don't like it. It's funky. You can take Arizona if you want to. I just can't do it with a clear conscience. But so we may even pass on that. But if anything, Reds in the 1.5 feel strong to me. Dodgers also tonight. Pittsburgh. I think they're on the road too. Dodgers still on the East Coast move here. I like them money line though tonight. Conversely, I don't know. And I might be saying the same thing about Pittsburgh that I just said about Cincinnati because it feels funny too. Dodgers getting 94% of the money also money line. So both situations made me feel a little bit skittish. Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, you don't expect much from. That's right when they zap you. So, you might want to look at a 1.5 for the Reds and the Pirates. Also, too, tonight, keeping it local, Tigers like them on the road tonight in Kansas City, and I like Cleveland tonight as well. I think the Guards at home. Guards at home? Colorado?
Yeah.
Oh, no, are they still out? I know, I'm confused, but nonetheless, I like them anyway. I like Cleveland anyway.
Yeah, I mean, as for the Tigers, Melton is on the hill. He's 7-1. As for the Guardians, as you just mentioned, it is they're on the road against the Rockies in Colorado.
Yeah, so I still like them. I like what they did, obviously, last night, boom, bam. And you got Seattle and the Cubs tonight. The Cubs is the play, which is strange. Seattle was favored in this thing, so you might get there's a look there. I don't know. There was a deception happening, but the Cubs actually is the play tonight. So you might want to look at them too, money line. All right, so that's MLB. I gave you what? That's what, Josh? That's 8. Essentially, I just gave you 8 MLB. Really, I'd call it 6 and 2 possibles. If we playing spades, I got 6 and I got 2 possibles on that.
Yeah, impossible.
And let's go. NFL preseason. Let me see if I can get some sort of activity here. It didn't look good last night. Really, it's an underdog night, to be honest with you. Jets favorite, Panthers favorite, and Broncos. I think the Steelers in Jacksonville win these, to be honest with you, oddly enough. And I'll take Denver to win, but Green Bay covers that 6.
Hey, man,
they were laying.
Did I hear that right? You said the Jets are favored?
They were. Yes,
I mean, that's probably the only time you'll hear that all season long, pre and regular season, that the Jets will be favored in any game.
I know, and it's like, wow. And you almost want to take them because of that, but I didn't. So there goes my 3. We'll see what the NFL does tonight. All right, I'm saying Pittsburgh and Jacksonville and Denver tonight. And then with the ladies, you got Golden State at Chicago. You got Minnesota at Washington and Portland at Toronto. Oh, boy. Golden State, really, I like the favorites here. Really, all 3 favorites probably likely win. Minnesota, I'm a little skittish on. Miles should play. Will be playing tonight. No Collier tonight. So whatever that means to you, but it was just a good number on Washington at home. They're capable. Most people probably wouldn't believe that. Minnesota been on fire. I think it's been about 7 in a row right now. So they could use a quick break, at least a hiccup in that progression. So expect that. It'll be a tough one if they do squeak it out. But Portland and Golden State still should win. Portland is in the standings. They are playoff bound. And Golden State, too, still might be in the frame, too. But that Chicago thing, I would take the 6.5 with Chicago. So 6.5 with Chicago, if I'm being honest. But to force me to play, give me Golden State on the road. They wouldn't be favored by that much. Give me Washington to either cover the 2 or beat Minnesota. And you guys aren't going to hear me go against Minnesota too often. And Portland wins tonight. Give me them on the money line. But Toronto might crack them, though. Toronto's at home. I feel very unsafe with the Portland play, so much so that I might even recommend we pass on that until we get back in here Monday, all right? I didn't do anything with the weekend stuff. So there you go, Josh.
All right.
Bam. And no Jeff. Damn, Jeff, not getting in here, taking advantage of the opportunity. I covered it well.
Yeah, I mean,
I think I covered it just fine, though.
It was there for the taking, Jeff. I
Yeah.
mean, why didn't you go after it?
No, he was training. No, we excuse trainer Jeff.
Well, of
He's
course,
busy.
yeah.
Though. Yeah, he was working.
I mean, yeah,
I
he
knew
has a
what it
day
was.
job.
Yeah, I knew what it was. All right, real quick, too. Let's see. Before we get out of here tonight, who we like tonight? Let's see, Josh. Let's get our thing started here. Week 1. Let's go down the line. I'm not doing all of these either. I'm not. I'm going to be as local as possible. I think after a point, I'm not including these people. After we get to Kit, Eastwood, and Kenton, I think we break it. So here's where we go. Up from here. All right, give me a winner, loser. Let's go. Anthony Wayne at home, Bishop Watterson.
Tony Wayne gets the dub.
Okay. Sav and Burn and S and J. So it's either S and J or J and S and whatever. There are the picks. All right, BG is hosting Perrysburg.
Perrysburg.
I agree. We both on that. All right. Genoa at Archbold.
I'm going Genoa.
I will too, because I feel like we should roll with the bank there. All right, your Sylvania battle. Let's go. Northview, Southview.
I have to go Northview.
Okay, yes, you do. Josh on that side. You know what? I'm going with you too, Josh. Damn that. We going Northview. We riding out. Mommy at Springfield.
Give me Mommy.
Yeah, I think you're right. Josh, we in agreement all the way. Okay, Whitmer, Reynoldsburg.
Whitmer.
Yeah, you're right. We got to respect Chris. Lake at Hopewell Loudon.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Hopewell Loudon so we could have a possibly disagreement.
No, we're not, because I don't know anything about Lake. I can't jump out the window like that. Wapakoneta's at Clay. That's a big one. Everybody there.
Clay.
The expectation high. We'll go with it. Ottawa Hills, Van Loo.
Ottawa Hills.
Agree. Josh, we got everything in agreement. Rossford at Northwood.
Maybe this is one where we
We
diverge.
might do it right here. I'm going Rossford.
I'm going Northwood.
Okay, fine. Trotwood, Madison on Cherry Street.
Central.
Absolutely. Adams is at Woodward on the north side.
Woodward for the upsets.
I agree. We rolling out. Wait, St. Francis. Whoa.
St. Frank's.
I agree. We have no choice. Start, Norwalk.
Start.
Wow. Okay. I'm gonna rock with you. We'll go with the Spartans then. Okay. And then Elida at Rogers.
Rogers.
I'm gonna go Elida.
Got it.
To be an antagonist. All right. Pickwood Lima Senior on the way out of here. Last one.
Lima Senior.
I agree. And then Otsego. Bowser's at Otsego. And let's go.
Otsego.
Absolutely. All right, everybody. We'll see you on Monday. Okay. Everybody have a great weekend. Enjoy these games tonight. Enjoy the weekend. Be safe. Be kind. Be respectful. Be nice. Never cheat on your wife. And by all means, please, we will see you on Monday. But you handle your business today. Good luck to all the kids, man. Come out of this thing healthy. We'll see you on Monday.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
His store and more, the man